Hi, welcome. My name is Angie. I'm a chair yoga instructor, and this is a short 20-minute practice that you can try anytime. As long as you've got a chair, then you're all set. So I always like to start chair yoga practices with some grounding here. And I'll just invite you to feel your feet on the floor. Begin to imagine that you've got some roots that are growing deep down into the earth below you, and to start to settle in for your practice. If it's comfortable to close your eyes, I'll invite you to do so just because it helps to reduce distractions. And as you find yourself here, feeling the sensation of the feet on the floor, feeling your seat in the chair, begin to become aware of the fact that you are breathing right now. And I'll invite you to draw those inhales and exhales a little more smooth and deeply. So we call it Samavriti breath. It's an even wave of breath, trying to match the inhales and the exhales so that they're the same pace. So maybe you breathe on an inhale to the count of about 3 or 4, and then you slowly exhale at the same pace. And if you can, I'll invite you to breathe through your nose through the entire practice unless I cue you to do otherwise. But this is a yoga buffet, so if anything is not comfortable for you, you could just discard that. You just take what you want and leave the rest. But if you're with me, you've got those deep, smooth breathing in and out through the nose, breathing in and breathing out. And then from here, on an inhale, just start to raise your chin up towards the sky. And as you exhale, start to draw the chin down towards the chest. 2 more like that. Inhaling, chin towards the sky without throwing the neck back, just towards the horizon about. And exhale, lowering it back down, chin to chest. 1 more time. On an inhale, go ahead and raise the chin towards the sky. And exhale, bringing it down. Now on your next inhale, you'll want to roll the chin, look down towards your right shoulder, leave it there. Keep the left shoulder wrapping back and down. From here, you might even want to take your right fingertips and go ahead and just bring them right inside of that right shoulder, or left shoulder, See if you can kind of press it a little bit down and away. And just notice if that helps to open up anything in the little strands on the side of the neck there as you continue to breathe deep and smooth. And then go ahead and release that hand back down to the lap. We're going to take the head back up to center, just the same thing to the other side. So draw the chin down to the chest. Go ahead and roll the chin, look down at the opposite shoulder. Take a moment there, just find that you're going to the right amount. It's not the most amount, but it's the amount that feels right for you today. You could take that opposite hand, just begin to press the inner part of that shoulder a little bit back and down, just so it feels good. Nothing crazy, nothing too strong. And as you have your left hand here right inside of that right shoulder, just begin to take those smooth, deep breaths in and out through the nose. And then rest that hand back down. Go ahead and roll the chin back down to the chest and then look forward. From here, we'll get a little bit into the sides of the neck. So take your left arm, swim it up to the sky, reach it high with the palm facing inward, and then drop those fingertips over to the right temple here. Take a nice inhale through the nose. And as you exhale, draw the left ear down towards the left shoulder. And then breathe. So all those tiny neck muscles holding up our heavy head all day, we just want to give them a chance to relax. And then drape those fingertips over to the opposite temple, press the head up, drop that hand down. Same thing, other side, right arm reaches up to the sky, reach it high, and then drop it over to the opposite temple and just give that neck a beautiful stretch over to the side, breathing in and breathing out. How about 1 more? Inhale and exhale. Good. Give that head a little bit of a help back up to center, and then bring both hands down by the sides. On an inhale, let's take both arms up to the sky, stretch it high. As you exhale, open the arms like airplane wings out to the side. So the right arm will come back, the left arm comes forward. Stay here for a full in-breath and out-breath. And then drop that left hand down onto the right thigh. Maybe the right hand comes behind the chair if that feels okay. As you're here in this seated twist, we're going to press down through the bottom of the spine, lift up through the crown of the head, and then spread those collarbones as you look back towards that right shoulder. Find one place for your eyes to gaze here. Breathe fully in and fully out. Now we're going to work with what's called our vagus nerve. It helps to regulate our nervous system, so help drop us into that parasympathetic state by just turning the head on the inhale towards the left shoulder, and then bring it back to look right as you exhale. Steady eyes, steady mind. Coming back again for the rotation, and then exhale back to look back. And then stay here. Take your right hand. Let's reach it out like you're reaching for something really good. Palm faces upward. And then come swooping over that right ear. Maybe you even flip that hand on the back of the thigh for some leverage. And your right hip becomes your anchor. You reach over with those right fingertips. And then it's a little harder to breathe in these tight spaces. So see if you can do it here, and then maybe you can do that in your life somewhere as well. Give it one more big breath in and a full breath out. Come on back up with those fingertips. Let's turn everything back towards center. And from here, take the knees out a little bit wide. Maybe you scooch up a bit in your chair, and we'll just take a little rinse of all of that. Coming into some trunk rolls as you press the chest forward, and then you really hug the belly towards the spine as you come back. And then because there's no in-between yoga poses, and we're going to make this mindful transition, when you're ready, just start to smoothly move in the opposite direction, just stirring up some of that Agni, that inner fire. One more, and then back to center. Good. Give a little heel toe back to your center line. Find your seated mountain pose, upright, not uptight. And whenever you're ready, we'll take it to the other side. So both arms swim up to the sky, reach it high. On an exhale, open those arms, twist it to the left. Stay here for a full inhale and exhale. And then drop that hand down onto the opposite thigh. Maybe this hand comes behind, and we find our seated twist here. So as you press down through the bottom of the spine, you lift through the crown of the head, and then we're turning from above the diaphragm. So just rotating that rib cage, finding one place for the eyes here, making sure we're still taking smooth breaths in and out. And then from here, we're just going to turn the head. So go on an inhale, begin to turn the head towards the right. And then go ahead and make your way back. One more time, inhaling. And exhale. And then reach that arm straight back behind you. Come swooping over that ear. And then find your place in this twisted side bend as you get into those intercostal muscles between the ribs. Make it feel good. Create space in that body wherever you can. One more big breath. Exhale to reach. And then come on back out. Let's go ahead and face at center. And then this time when we do our trunk rolls, we'll give a little more core action by go ahead and grab this little ladle here, and we're going to stir the pot. So go ahead and come around, and it's like you're moving through something really thick, like molasses. And then the other way. So really trying to open up and loosen some of that connective tissue in our lumbar spine, and at the same time, getting some core strength. One more circle. Come on back to the center here. We got the knees open a little bit wide. Let's take our right shoulder. Go ahead and drop it down towards your left knee. Maybe you press this knee open a little bit, and you get some length here along the side of the body. And then from here, we're gonna reach the hand across. So as you do that, you wanna press down through the opposite foot. Really reach and expand that hand nice and wide. And then show me that good grip strength. Go ahead and squeeze all the fingers really tight. And then again, open it up. And then give me the good grip strength. Squeeze it all in. Now, from here, just release the thumb out to the side. One finger at a time, we're gonna open. So index, middle, ring, and pinky. Expand the chest as you come out. And then in reverse. So pinky, ring, middle, index to thumb. Let's do it one more time. Coming on open, working on dexterity in our finger joints. And then back to where we started, rainbowing it back. And then just drop that arm. Let it relax. Maybe there's some figure eights there, allowing it to sway. It'll help to stretch your neck a little bit. And then come on back. Let's sit up tall. We're gonna heel toe back to center and just address our right foot right now. So go ahead and slide the right toes forward and then bring them back. And then slide them forward and bring it back. And now slide it forward, raise that foot up, flex it, and point. And flex, and point, flex, and point. Now round out that ankle joint. And if you hear a little snap, crackle, and pop, don't worry, you're not broken. Just a little synovial fluid loosening up, other way. Good. Take your hands, interlace around the top of the shin. Now draw that knee in towards the nose. You can round the back here. You'll get a little stretch in the back of the shoulder blades as you bring the nose towards the knee. And now we're getting into our hip flexors, those same muscles that help you to walk upstairs. So a little treatment. We don't want to miss any part of this bodily chain. And then when you're ready, go ahead and drop that knee down a little bit. Sit up a little tall. Find some length in that spine. And if you want a little challenge, you can take one arm out to the right like an airplane wing, followed by the left. Maybe you kick that foot forward. Maybe reach both hands up towards the sky, palms face one another. It's an L for love. Lift that leg a little higher, and then go ahead and let it go. Release it all, and whenever you're set, let's open those knees wide once again. And then from here, take your left shoulder, go ahead and drop it down towards your right knee. Feel a little stretch in the inseam of that thigh so that it feels good. Make some space by reaching the crown of the head forward. And whenever you're ready, you can float that left arm across. Expand the palm nice and wide, and then that good grip strength. So important for longevity. Really want to feel those muscles, those forearms. Let's open it up again, spread it wide, and then squeeze it all in. And then let's release the thumb. Here we go, one finger at a time. Let's take the index, the middle, the ring, and the pinky. Gets a little harder in those later fingers. And then the pinky, the ring, the middle, the index, back to the thumb. One more time for the rainbow. Let's open it up nice and wide. And then coming back one finger at a time. Mindful movements. Once you get to the start, drop that whole arm down. Let things relax. Let it sway out. And then that hand is going to come back to the thigh. We'll prop ourselves up and we'll heel toe those feet back to parallel, back to mountain pose, and then just taking care of that left leg now. Same thing, slide the toes forward and then come on back in. Again for the little slide and come on back in. This time we're going to slide it forward. Let's lift the foot and then flex. And then go ahead and point. And flex, and point, and flex, and then take care of the ankle joint a little bit, little rotations to one direction, and then the other. Just keeping things nice and supple. Good. From there, interlace at the top of the left thigh. We'll take care of the hip flexors by drawing the knee in towards the nose, rounding the back a little bit, and just imagine someone that you love in your life very much. They're just giving you a nice pat on the back right now, saying good job for taking this time to take care of yourself. You know, just these simple practices can do so much to help reset in the middle of the day. And then go ahead and drop that knee down a little bit. If you want to end on another challenge here, we'll take one arm out to the side like an airplane wing, followed by the other. Maybe you press that foot forward, feel some more things turn on, reaching the arms up to the sky. Say goodbye with this big deep breath, and then let it go and release. And then come back to mountain pose here. Take a moment, maybe turn inwards, just check in with yourself, see how you're feeling. Notice the effects of your practice. And you could stay here for as long as you like, just watching the breath move in and move out, trying to train your mind to come back to that single point of focus, staying with the meditation. And again, you don't have to end here. Feel free to stay with the meditation, but if you'd like to put a nice seal on this practice to take with you, maybe bring the hands to prayer at the heart space, a little bow of the chin, giving thanks to ourselves for showing up. You can take the thumbs to the third eye for clarity of thought, and then the fingers to the lips for kindness in our speech to ourselves and each other. And then back to the space of the heart, consistency of action where it really matters. We allow this practice to help guide us in what we think, say, and do. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. Thanks for watching.